Good morning. Well, it is an absolute thrill to be able to stand here before you today, and you all have a copy of our new economic vision document. So look for it and make sure you take it home and read it. And one of the things we'd really like you to do is to talk with us about what your favorite parts of that document are. But I'd like to actually recognize the committee very quickly. Beth Marino from Andre Morrison Buttery and Tom Liebens from Sinsheimer, Yunke, Liebens, and MacGyver were the two chamber chairs and part of our committee during the 2-year process of this document. We also had Andrew Carter from the city of San Luis Obispo, Claire Clark from the city of San Luis Obispo, Kristen Johnson from Moxie Market Share Development, Tom Jones from Cal Poly, Eric Justison from RRM Design Group, Rob Rossi from Rossi Enterprises, Pierre Rademacher from Rademacher Design, Mary Verdin from Verdin Marketing, Inc., and of course our wonderful chamber staff, Dave Garth and Ermina Kareem. Let's have a big round of applause for everybody. You know, it's hard to imagine for some of us. I know some of us were here before we had an economic vision document. There was a time when the biggest concern in San Luis Obispo was how we could slow down the growth to protect our quality of life. What we didn't realize was that we were missing the perspective of understanding that that was really the only sustained boom period in our city's history. And you know, it was in that environment that the Chamber conceived the need to develop the economic vision document. When the document first came out, ironically, it was during a time of serious economic decline, similar to what we're going through now. And you know, previous editions of the document have led to policy changes that have really contributed to our years of prosperity in the Chamber, such as annexation of the airport area, Margarita area, and the Orchid area for business expansion and workforce housing. Those were ideas that weren't always in the mainstream. I think one of the most important points of the economic vision document is it really allowed the whole community to get behind a vision of quality of life, where we recognized that economic, environmental, and social concerns all need to be taken into account when we're making long-term decisions on behalf of our city. This is the 4th version of our economic vision document. It's really the most significant revision that we've had. And I talked to some of our chamber members and members of the committee and asked them what their favorite parts of the document were. You know, Pierre Rademacher said, the cover says it all for me. That's what it's all about. You know, Mary Verdin said she liked the sense of place in the front section. It's the essence of what makes San Luis Obispo so special. There is a very distinct sense of place. She also liked the emphasis on tourism as an economic development engine. Eric Justison said, the description of our core values as an addition to the document is a fundamental building block to creating an economy in alignment with who we are, specifically strengthening the genuine San Luis Obispo. It's a nice summary of who we are. And Michael Gunther thought he liked the part where collaboration is really the key. And I think Ken talked about that very well. What's my favorite part? I really like the elevation of the quality of life, that tourism going beyond destination tourism, which was in the original document, to actually wanting people to come here, visit. And before we used to say, you know, come spend your money and leave. Now we say, come spend your money, and if you're one of those wonderful creative class people who wants to build a business here, you can stay. That's good. And I think one of the cornerstones of this new document is elevating the relationship with Cal Poly to actually find a way to generate local businesses out of the amazing ideas and programs that are taking place at Cal Poly. And that came out of our trip to Boulder and seeing how all that would work. you can use this document as a guide when you work with the chamber or advocating for your organizations. And keep in mind too, Dave and I are going to be on Dave Congleton's show, 920 KVC this afternoon from 5 to 6 to talk about the document. So read your document, talk to us about what you like about it, and let's use this to continue to create this wonderful San Luis Obispo that we all know and love. Thank you.